check the feed, check the brakes. If it moves in plastic, we talking about it.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Yeah. Welcome to the channel.
Damn!
Yeah. Welcome to the channel. Breaking toy news like a siren in the night. Posting figures fresh out the factory.
think you're funny, don't you?
Toy
I know I am. The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Decepticons scheming, hit a battle call. Maximus rise, Predacons attack. Beast Wars energy, yeah, we bring it back.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls.
Loki's on deck, yeah, they switching the game. Dr. Wu, magic, shell presence wild. From bots to bricks, still a toy loving child. G.I. Joe locked in, Cobra strike back. Destro slinging Baroness, yeah, the plot stay stacked. Marvel legends pose like heroes in frames. Superheroes saving days, yeah, they live up the name. Imports on deck, joints straight from Japan. Every figure tell a story when it's hit in my hand. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. Plastic,
well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Online, we talk it, we break it. Every single time, this ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. Plastic,
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Moving news rolling like a midnight reel. Box office numbers and what critics feel. From failures to kills, breakdowns on screen, discussing what it means and what could have been. Men on films, vibes, talk cinema deep.
And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view.
Closing part, reviews with flavor, not scared of debate. If it's fire, we praise it. If not,
Hated it.
Stories to stay. Yeah, we talk movies the proper way. This
I don't remember. Dude, that was like a porno.
That's such an old movie.
Yeah.
Buzzing online, we talk, we break it every single time. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the feel. We talk, we break it every single time.
Welcome to my next review. This is the Mattel Masters of the Universe X Transformers crossover Megatron Armor Skeletor. So yeah, so this is the crossover between Hasbro and Mattel, where I think these are the Masters of the Universe origin style bodies, and they're crossed over with Transformers. So pick this up at Target. I think I said this in the Bumblebee. I was not in on these. You can see that price at $9.89 till it got marked down twice at this cost. And then as I was looking over these, I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to open these because it's unpunched. But the Bumblebees had damage, and these stickers are a pain in the butt to get off. I don't have the patience to take them off, so we are just going to open them up and go from there. But like I mentioned on Bumblebee, the packaging is really nice. So here it says Megatron Armor Skeletor, Evil Decepticon, Lord of Destruction. And then like I really love how they do this G1 like grid line deco, and then you have Snake Mountain up there. So even more crossing over. And then on this side of the box we have Megatron. This side of the box we have Skeletor. And then on the back we have the artwork's really nice. And then there is a little bio. It says, infused with the strength of raw power, Megatron Leader of the Decepticons. The new armor donned by Skeletor is unyielding enough to harness the power of Grayskull, all the Energon in the universe. In the bottom, there's showing some accessories. Replace cannon barrel to change to the Havoc staff, and then swap the Energon mace to the wrist. So that's really, really cool, the combinations you can do. So yeah. Oh, and then here's the bottom legal stuff and the barcode. I will have to say, sadly, you know, these were like a $30 price point, and I was not going to pay retail for these, but they did a great job on the box. And then, like I found out on the Bumblebee, when you open this side, I don't know if it's on the other side, but you have the like tech specs, like what you would see on the G1 packaging, where you would use that little red decoder, piece of red plastic to the code. But this one's already, you don't need it for that, so let's get the figure out. And like in the Bumblebee, there was the comic book. It's the same comic book as the Bumblebee. So I'm assuming the Optimus Prime and Scareglow Starscream will have maybe their own comic, not the same one, because I don't think they're featured in this comic. But it does have instructions, and it's basically just saying what parts are swappable. Like, so I guess that's a play feature with this, that you can remove arms and heads and swap in between all these figures. So I don't know if that's something I'll do, but it's interesting. So here, the Havoc staff, and it's pretty slick. And then he does come with a little mini Havoc staff, but it's a sword, and then a mace with the Havoc staff head. And it's kind of like a flimsier plastic. And does he have ties? Of course he does. Like I said in the last video, that's one thing I don't like about Transformers, the new back to these ties. They're just annoying. Because it doesn't matter how well you clean them up, you always find them laying around. Let's see, ties out the building. Get them out of the packaging. Sorry, that was probably loud and obnoxious. Let's get these picked up real fast. Get this out of the way. Alright, so let's take a good look at Skeletor. Now, of the two from this wave, I thought the Skeletor Megatron looked the coolest. It's a shame his skull don't glow. A little bit of paint messed up there. Here's his legs. Here he is from the side. Looks like these might go up so you can articulate the shoulders, yeah. And then the back. Now there are holes here, so I'm assuming you can tab stuff in. So let's go over articulation. Head is on a ball. Can do a little bit of side, back a little bit, forward pretty good. Arms, ooh, that don't stay on very easily. That come off real easy. Arms can go not at 90. There is a rotation at the bicep, and then a really tight joint. Wow, I can't even bend it. But that's what you can see. It's on the other arm. Might have to heat that up. Wrist rotation, and then it can go back and forth. Waist rotation, nothing above the waist. Legs can go out to there. About that far. 90 at the knee. Is there a knee rotation? There is a boot cut. You know what? I think Bumblebee had a boot cut and I missed it. There's some, looks like imperfection right there. The foot can go back that far. It can go forward a little bit, and then it's front facing pin with a rocker. The boot cut is really loose. Yeah, it's a shame that that arm don't budge, and I'm not going to force it anymore. I wonder if I can. Oh, there we go. Finally, good Lord. So, as it showed, he does have his fusion cannon, and this comes off. Oh, there it comes out like that, and then you can rotate the staff, and then tab it in there, and then he can hold it like his Havoc staff. That's pretty slick. And it looks like his extra sword can pin. Oh. You know what that's like paying homage to, right? Like how Megatron had that cannon go up the side. I really like that. And then I think on the back of the box showed you could pull his hand off, and then this could come apart and plug into his hand. It's really tight. Oh man, that is super tight. So you can get that to plug in. I'll tell you what's really a pain in the butt. You can get that to... Oh. These hurt. I don't know. So you got that. Kind of goes limp. I like how these go up and you can move the shoulders. Then you can put the Havoc staff in his hand. You can hold it like so. So yeah, there we go. You know what I forgot to do with Bumblebee? Size comparison. So there is Megatron. Here he is, or Megatron. Skeletor next to the Bumblebee. Let's see. Here he is next to Marvel Legends. The deluxe Rhino. Here's a Jada Street Fighter Cammy. G.I. Joe Classified Skeletor. The Axis of Evil of 80s action properties, right? And then last but not least, here is Maximum Hulk. Alright, let's move on to final thoughts. You know, one other thing I didn't show, so like you can, so we had the Havoc staff like this, right? So if you put the Havoc staff back in the cannon mode, there is like a little clip right here, and then those clips can go on to his gauntlet and tab in. So now you can do like the fusion cannon, like Megatron's fusion cannon. So I don't know what I like better, the cannon or the staff, but let's move on to final thoughts. All right, so moving on to my final thoughts on this guy, on the Master of the Universe Transformers crossover Skeletor with Megatron armor. If I didn't get this for $10, I probably never would have bought it. It's kind of cool as I think the combination between the Skeletor and the Megatron is. It's just it's $30 is what these originally were. It's not that. Definitely has some, and that's the thing, just the cost. Limited articulation. It's another negative I noticed when trying to manipulate the arm. Sometimes the joints were really tough to the point the shoulder joint popped out a couple times. So not a fan of that, but it's intended to like pop off because they want you to swap parts between these. It even shows that in the instructions. But with the good, like I said, the deco looks really good. Like the purples and the grays and the blues, it fits on this figure. I like how the sword can plug into his back, and then like the goat head or the ram or whatever, like pokes from the top of his shoulder, and it reminds you of that gun barrel that sticks up on the back of Megatron. The way the Havoc staff can convert from the Havoc staff to the fusion cannon is really fun. The way the mace attachment you can take Skeletor's hand off and put the mace in that spot. Really tough to put on, and I think I stressed the plastic a little bit, so there is that. This wave, these two are probably, of the two, the Skeletor's probably the best of the two. But like I said, they're just like a novelty. If I didn't get them for $10, I would have never bought these. And here's hoping that Optimus and Scareglow does the same thing, or He-Man and Scareglow do the same thing, because, well, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to buy them, but that's the only way I can recommend them, is if you, unless you're like a diehard Motu Origins fan and you don't mind this articulation, I'm not a fan of it. Or you're just a diehard Transformers and Motu fan, you gotta have them all. I can't recommend. But that's all I have for this one. If you could, hit that subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video. Also, check me out on YouTube, posting shorts daily on the latest toy news, and then those are also go up on all of my socials on TikTok, X, Instagram, and Facebook. And then Tuesday at 1 a.m. Eastern, we compile all that stuff and do a live pre-record for the news and review of whatever week it is. And then Saturdays going live at 11 p.m. with Men on Films, where we discuss movies and topics and movie topics, and sometimes not even movie related stuff. We just go on tangents. So come join me and the crew on Saturdays. And that's all I got. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.
Talib 910 Medi collects, yeah, that's the name. From shelves to the screen, still playing the game. The YouTube dead, better culture credits. If you love collectibles, this where you step. Instagram scrolls, TikTok clips, sex for the talk, Facebook hits, Twitch going live, yeah, we building the base. Community strong, worldwide space. If you rock with the vibe, don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel, yeah, elevate. Follow, like, share, let the algorithm spin. Tap the bell, stay live, let the journey begin. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the fee. If it dropped, if it leaked, if it buzzing online, we talk it, we break it every single time.